scary at first, I know that, like actually sitting there and watching a film called Not at Home and seeing me on it and going like, wow, look, like everybody knows everything about me pretty much now. But in another way, it's good because I know that I'm helping other people who are also having the same problems like that I had in the past. And that's why I actually really did it, like in order to help myself and in hope to help others understand and be able to pull through and make something out of themselves.
I find time in you. I rest well with you. In my heart, I'm yours, you're mine. Until the end of time. Until the end of time. Get out of here! You're violating the law! You call the police!
Bottoms up, the whole...
Everybody has a life to explain. Everybody in this whole wide world, doesn't matter what culture we come from, there is a meaning to life.
You never knew if you was gonna come home to just like a normal family, like if it was everything was gonna be happy, or whether my stepfather would be drunk and violent, and my mum would have a bleeding nose or whatever. It's just insecure.
I go and take it out on everyone at school, and then it ends up getting me in trouble at school. Then I get in even more trouble at home. And
I was just lucky I had mates, like just around the corner, because I was staying around the corner with one of my best mates and his father. And it was, it didn't feel right, like living at somebody else's place who, it wasn't like home. He just started carrying on with all this stuff about you can beat anyone in a fight, and he was going to bash me mum and all that. And I jumped up and said to him, I said, "You're not going to bash me mum unless you're going to bash me first." And he said, "Oh, I'll bash you, Weeze."
I come home with my Year 10 report card half year, and it was really good. I'd really improved this year. And he said that I was nothing but a disappointment, I could do better and all this other stuff, and I got really cut up about it.
For those who know me well. For those who don't can go to hell. Hey you, where'd you go? Hey you, where'd you go?
Stepfather rang the coppers, and I got taken away because I was drunk when I wasn't supposed to be. Jumped out of the car, I threw all my clothes on the road, and I got fined $200 for littering. There's really nowhere I could go, there wasn't any services for young people. Like I was isolated, from being happy.
And we had a bit of an argument, and he wasn't too happy. And he ended up, I pushed him too far, I didn't mean to, and he kicked me out. He told me that I had to be gone by the morning.
I mean, I had nightmares for ages after I got kicked out, repetitive ones. I actually kicked a hole in a caravan by accident one night over dreams and stuff that I just couldn't stop, and I felt I hated him. Like, I feel that he's really wrong to be able to say those things about your loved ones, especially like your dad. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to smoke pot. I don't want to end up like all mucked up in the head because of drugs and all that stuff. I do try to change it, but it's just so hard.
if somebody'd leave money laying around in front of me or something a couple of years ago, like, I'd take it straight away. But now, like, you know, you could probably leave 10 grand in front of me, you know, and I wouldn't just thieve and that, like, you know, I wouldn't like somebody to steal off me, so, yeah.
I can be really sad and down in the dumps, and then all of a sudden Emily will come up and go, "Oh, honey Leash," and she'll notice that I'm sad and she'll give me a big cuddle and she'll just pick me right up, and it's really good.
I'm in foster care because when I was living at home, it's like my stepdad used to like bash me up, just like grab whatever and like just hitchhike out of town, like go sleep wherever, so, like, you know, park benches, bin bins, all that sort of thing. Wasn't going to school or anything, and was just getting totally screwed up in the head. My stepdad and I had like a really huge fight because I swore when I was on the phone talking to one of my friends. Just started like belting into us, and Doc sort of like said, "Oh, we'll put you in like foster care for a couple of weeks." And I wanted to go home all the time, and just because I don't know why. I see my mum every 2 weeks for access, and my little sister who lives with her. Like sometimes I don't want to see her, sort of thing, because like she's like, I don't know, I think she hates me, sort of thing. But like it's like I don't want to not see her because like get scared and stuff. I'm not going to be part of the family anymore and feel really alienated and stuff if I don't. And now I'm in foster care, it's probably sort of harder in some ways because like, you know, gotta like, you know, at least like try to behave, sort of thing, and because there's like someone keeping an eye on you all the time. But it's sort of easier because like you don't have to like fight for yourself so much, and it's like, you know, you've always got a bedroom and
I'll say this is the big establishment shot here of everyone.
I was on the streets for about 2 weeks, and it was awful, to be honest. Like just staying at friends' house, like for 2 nights stay at someone's house, 2 another nights stay somewhere else, and then you just realise that you've got nowhere to call home, and that's when you realise you've got to find somewhere permanent. It's like, and you got to worry about food and money, and then you can't go to school because like you can't have a shower and stuff.
Let's say you did something, Chris.
No, okay, dumb it down. My mum had a boyfriend, she got pregnant, and she had a baby to him, and I didn't handle that too well. And like, I just left. It just made me feel like I was getting back at my mum for being pregnant, like hurting her, you know, so that's why I did it. But then I didn't want to be at home because they just fight a lot.
Getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
Because when you're not at home, I suppose, and you get in really lots and lots of trouble, you're like, why stop here? Just keep making it worse. And it feels better because you feel like you're getting back at your parents.
So what would you like to make a film about, Katie?
Basically like what happens when you go down and drink and fight. And you got to see what actually happens, not people telling you.
Hello, Mummy. Hello, Dad. explosion. Feel the poetry in motion. Wait a minute, let's go. Corinne, they didn't sell them.
Skate there like every time. There's nowhere else to skate.
Fuck all this. That's just my mum. Hello?
Hey, they kick us out the place we skate.
I'm somewhere. I'm nowhere. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Bye.
Man, you should
Dream on.
Cold.
Come on, Blake.
Take this.
Fuck, she drives me crazy.
Hey, Katie, what's up? What, in about half an hour? Oi, Katie and Betsy and all them come here. What?
Let's go and get pissed.
Tip the pot, hot to trot. There's so much of me on the floor on the
the whole
spot.
thing.
Lift your leg, pee on it, rain the rain.
Oh, nice. Hey, there you go. Answer.
I'm a gangster, can't you see?
Who's this? Her mother? Guess who I am? I'm Osama bin Laden. Mrs. Who?
Just give us back. She's gonna be in a heap of shit now.
Who are you looking for?
I'm gonna get in trouble.
I've just kidnapped her. I'm about to rape her.
Yeah, that's her mom.
She's dead.
How do you get your money, honey? How do you get your kicks? How do you get your money, honey? How do you get your cool kicks?
Your mother's reported you missing. Why haven't you been home? How long since you've been home?
I don't know.
What's your name? Hey!
Swing up, bro. Vodka.
At first we didn't change, we'd just still go out drinking, come home at 2, 3 in the morning, like off our heads just making noise and fighting and bringing people back and fighting with the boys that we brought back. And she kind of like, because we knew we were hurting her, because she was that worried about us going out, that something would happen to us, we thought, shit, someone really cares about us, we better change, because we know that we're going to end up doing something bad one day. And when someone actually tells you, look, you're really hurting me by what you're doing to yourselves, kind of thought, well, I am, and what am I doing it for? But there's no one to like try and hurt yourself to get back at anyone anymore, because you just want to change, so because you love them.
My mum didn't want me, I think, and so she left me on the trampoline, and me foster mum just came out and got me. My foster mum starting to get sick, and she'd tell me there's a big lump in her belly. She'd tell me to feel it, so I felt it. It was a real big lump, and the next day her hair started to fall out and everything. And she asked me what it looked like, and I said it looked like a monkey. She was in the intensive care ward, and she had this machine on her or something. And yeah, they flew her to Tamworth that night, and because she was starting to get real sick. And she, as soon as she got down to Tamworth, she died in the aeroplane. And that's the last time I seen her was when I gave her a big kiss on the plane. Me and the family gave her a kiss on the plane. It's the last time I seen her.
Do you think fostering's a good thing?
Yeah, it was for me.
Why was that?
I had fun with my sisters and my foster mum and my foster dad. It was fun. Yeah.
So they're going to continue playing
You told me I was beautiful.
Since I was about 3 or 4, Mum's been, she used to be a drug addict. She was on heroin, and she used to be a drug dealer, and she's in jail a lot of the time. I remember one time she got out. It's the first time I'd seen her in about 6 months, and I was about 6, and we went to McDonald's. She was used to call heroin a happy pill, so she goes, "Oh, I'll just go take my happy pill." She went in there, she was gone for about half an hour, didn't know what to do. So I went in there, and she was laying on I crawled underneath the door, and she was just laying there, and she had like needles all around her, and like, it's really horrible because she'd had an overdose. And like, no one even told me she was alive. I thought she was dead, and I thought it was all my fault. Sorry. She went back in jail for about another 8 months or something, and I stayed with Nan.
I go in and out of stages, lapses. 1 minute I'll be really happy and I'll think, geez, nothing can be better, and then for some reason I'll just be, no more, I just don't want any more of this, and yeah.
I don't know, it was just a bad part of my life. I was, taking a bit of drugs and that, and didn't really know what I was doing with myself. And half the time I was down there, I was thinking, and like the other half I was crying because I was just messed up, didn't know what to do. And that's when I started, getting into suicide and stuff. And I just didn't know what to do. I was just trapped. I didn't know how to get out or nothing.
I just lost myself in everything that happened, and I let it take control of me and my life. And
they did eventually, a docks worker who I was pretty close to, she introduced me to this psychologist dude. He was all right, but I didn't want to tell him anything that had happened and that. And everyone was always on my case, and just wanted me to stop doing it. But they never asked me why I was doing it. They just told me to stop. But not once did anyone ever ask why I was trying to do it.
Well, what did happen then?
Oh, well, I was abused by a neighbour down the road from me and stuff. And my best mate, it was his, dad's lover. Basically, his mate just doped me up and shit, and, just basically did shit, but, just fucking... I was there thrashing, mate, and it's the scariest fucking moment I've ever had in my life. And, but it's just, I just went home and had a bath and I was right, and, it mind fucks you, more than anything, but, so that's basically that story.
suppose it knocks me around a bit because I don't talk about it ever. So Mum used to think that we all needed some sort of male influence. So she let us go for these, like a weekend with a family friend. And it was typical child molesting status. You know, he'd spoil you rotten so that you come back. And Boz came home from his holiday and was acting up and stuff. He just wouldn't settle down, wouldn't go to school properly, and just... Boz was sent to his bedroom for doing something naughty. And I went in to have a chat with him. And he... He had a rope around his neck. He had blood coming out of his nose. And I shook him. And he wouldn't move. And I thought he was dead. I don't know anymore if he really was trying to kill himself or if he was just trying to scare us. And a couple of months later, he told me that he'd been like molested and raped and stuff. There's never an appropriate time to really talk about that sort of stuff. So, sort of was the first time that I'd actually said it. And it was like relief to let it out. I don't know.
It happened, but it's not happening now, and it's not going to happen in the future. My very first step is working on my anger, working on my self-esteem, building that up, working on trusting people, because I just don't have much trust for anyone.
The realisation that I'm not alone in the way that I feel. There's other people that, you know, feel the same way, and
just because this happened to your past, you don't have to hold on to it, and you don't have to think that that's your circumstances and that's who you'll be, because you can come out of a worse situation and you can come out on the top.
My goal is to become a better person and to find my own inner peace. Now I'm just going to burn some incense, grow some dreads, eat some rice,
mung beans,
write some poems, dude, and go for a surf.
Can you put this on the TV series if I say hello to my niece, will you? Because she'd love it.
Maybe.
Maybe at the end. Hello, Cheryl, Greg and Emily, how are you? Behave.
Yeah, to all my fans, I love you all.